Imagine this for a moment. If one hand had moved a few seconds earlier, if one decision had gone the other way, modern civilization might not exist today. World War II was not just the deadliest conflict in history, it was the closest humanity has ever come to complete self-destruction. Between 1939 and 1945, the world stood on the edge of extinction more times than most people realize. History books reduced these moments to footnotes, but in reality, these were points where a single mistake could have erased millions, maybe everyone. From secret nuclear experiments and biological weapons to failed invasions and bombs powerful enough to end civilizations, these are the 10 moments during World War II when humanity nearly ended itself. Stay until the end because the final moment explains why we are alive today and how fragile survival really was. The first threat came from Nazi Germany's secret atomic ambitions. While the world remembers the Manhattan Project, few realize that Hitler's scientists were racing to unlock nuclear power of their own. Deep underground, German physicists worked on uranium experiments that, if successful, could have placed a nuclear weapon in the hands of the Third Reich. A single breakthrough could have turned Europe into radioactive ruins and ended the war in a way humanity may never have recovered from. Then came the Battle of Stalingrad, a fight so brutal it nearly collapsed the Eastern Front entirely. Millions died, cities froze, and supply lines vanished. Had the Soviets fallen here, Nazi Germany would have gained access to vast resources, potentially changing the entire course of the war and pushing the world into a prolonged global collapse. But the horrors didn't stop on the battlefield. In occupied China, Japan's Unit 731 conducted biological experiments so dangerous they threatened global pandemics. Plagues, chemical agents, and human testing created weapons capable of killing millions silently. Had these weapons been deployed on a larger scale, World War II could have turned into a biological extinction event. Even the Allies considered unimaginable options. As Germany prepared to defend Europe, Winston Churchill seriously discussed using chemical weapons if invasion failed. Mustard gas and nerve agents were ready. If released, these weapons could have contaminated Europe for generations, making large parts of the continent uninhabitable. D-Day, remembered as a heroic success, was nearly a disaster. Bad weather, strong defenses, and intelligence failures almost pushed the invasion into failure. If Allied forces had been pushed back into the sea, Nazi control of Europe could have lasted for years longer, escalating destruction on a scale the world was barely surviving already. In the Pacific, the firebombing of Tokyo unleashed destruction unlike anything seen before. Entire neighborhoods vanished in flames. The firestorms were so powerful, they created their own winds. This was a warning of what total war really meant, a preview of humanity's ability to destroy itself without nuclear weapons. Then came Hiroshima and Nagasaki, two cities erased in moments. The world entered the nuclear age in terror. Humanity had unlocked the power to end itself, and there was no going back. Few people know that a third atomic bomb was already being prepared. If Japan had not surrendered when it did, another city would have disappeared, and after that, no one knew where the chain reaction would stop. As the war ended, scientists realized something terrifying. The technologies created during WWII didn't disappear, they multiplied. Nuclear weapons, biological warfare, mass destruction all survived the war. Humanity survived not because it was safe, but because it was lucky. World War II didn't just reshape borders, it proved how close civilization is to collapse and how few decisions stand between existence and extinction. The question is no longer how close we came back then, but how close we are today.